Have you ever had the feeling that something grand is about to happen in your life, but you just can't identify exactly what? As if there's an energy in the air, something tangible yet intangible, as if the entire universe is preparing for something extraordinary. Perhaps you haven't noticed yet, but there's an invisible force around you, ready to guide you toward a transformation you never thought possible. The truth is, a moment of change is coming, and it's closer than you think. Something inside you knows this, but your mind may not have fully grasped the message yet. Are you starting to notice? Do you feel that flutter in your stomach, as if time is moving faster, as if the world around you is shifting in a way you can't explain? Well, that's the energy of transformation, waiting to be triggered. What you do now, how you choose to react to this feeling, may be what changes everything. The future you've always wanted, the one that seems distant and unreachable, is closer than you think. And no, it's not just a coincidence. This moment, which seems like a point far on the horizon, is starting now, right here, with you. The key to this transformation is already within your reach, and in this very moment, you have the opportunity to take the first step to change everything. So let me ask you, are you ready to take that step? To embrace the change that's coming and make it your greatest turning point? Let's explore together how you can prepare for this and make this transformative moment happen for real. But before you get too excited, there's something important you need to understand. This moment of transformation won't be what you imagine. It won't be a big, simple, and immediate turn, like a magic solution to all your problems. Instead, it will reflect something much deeper, something you may not yet fully understand, but it's already present in your life, influencing your choices and actions. Have you ever felt stuck, as if you were doing everything right, giving your best, but still, something, an invisible force, was always holding you back? As if there were a wall between you and everything you most want to achieve, an obstacle that you can't see, but whose presence you feel with every attempt to move forward. That wall is real, and believe me, it's there for a reason. You might have wondered why peace, success, or even that feeling of fulfillment you're searching for always seem just one step out of your reach. No matter how hard you try, there always seems to be something stopping you. Have you ever felt that growing frustration, as if you're giving everything you've got, but always bumping into something you can't overcome? And the truth is, maybe the biggest obstacle isn't out there, but within you. Have you ever stopped to think that the decisions you make, or even the ones you don't make, may be shaped by something much deeper than you realize? Something that hides behind your daily routines, your insecurities, the fears you try to ignore. This invisible force, which you may not always notice, but which is guiding your choices, is what has been keeping you stuck. And as long as it continues to operate in the shadows, you might keep feeling powerless, unsure of how to move forward. But here's the secret: recognizing this is the first step to breaking this cycle. But what if I told you that you're not alone in this? That there's a force, silent and powerful, working in your favor, even though you can't see it? I know, it might sound like something distant, almost unreal, like a story you'd hear in a fairy tale, but the truth is that this force is here, right now, beside you, just waiting to be recognized. Maybe you haven't noticed, but in every little sign, in every opportunity you missed, this force has been present, trying to guide you, trying to show you a different path. What you need to understand is that it won't act for you, it can't. It won't take the steps for you, but it's been doing everything in its power to open doors you didn't even know existed. This force has been subtly lighting the way, leaving clues, small hints that, if you're paying attention, will become clear. You might be so caught up in the daily grind, trying to make everything happen, so immersed in the weight of responsibilities and routines, that you don't notice the help being offered. The truth is, it's been there all along, waiting for the moment you look at it, recognize its presence, and finally understand that what you need right now is much closer than you think. Imagine this force as a silent friend, someone who has always been by your side, asking nothing in return, simply waiting for the moment when you allow yourself to recognize it. It won't force anything, but it's just waiting for you to look in the right direction, stop for a moment, and realize that the change, that transformation you so desire, is already within your reach. What you need now is to stop and listen. Listen not just to the words, but to the presence of this force, this energy that has always been by your side. When you do this, when you look within and recognize this presence, when you open your eyes and truly listen, everything will begin to change. And you'll realize that what once seemed impossible starts to feel possible, because now you hold the key to moving forward. Now, imagine this, you're standing before an invisible wall. It's there, between you and your dreams, between you and the life you wish to live. You feel its presence, almost like a shadow, a constant block. But when you try to touch it, when you try to face it head-on, you can't. Each attempt to overcome it feels harder than the last. You push, you try, you make every effort, but it only grows higher, stronger, more impenetrable. It seems like the biggest obstacle of your life, the greatest challenge you've ever faced. And you begin to ask yourself, how will I overcome this? But what if I told you the problem isn't the wall itself? What if the real issue isn't the strength of this obstacle, but how you've been trying to face it? You've been pushing so hard, but in the wrong direction, looking for answers where they don't exist. Every attempt to overcome this wall, every effort, only seems to increase the frustration, and the wall seems bigger with every passing day. But what if the key to overcoming it isn't in fighting against it, but in a simple shift, a change of perspective? What if the solution to getting past this wall is much simpler than you think? The wall doesn't need to be destroyed all at once. It doesn't need to be torn down with all the force you have. What you need to do now is stop fighting against it and start looking for the solution that's already right there, in front of your eyes. Sometimes, the biggest obstacle isn't an external element, but the way you perceive it. Maybe all you need is a small shift in direction, a simple redirection of your energy. Perhaps you're so focused on how big and impenetrable the wall is that you don't see that there's a way to pass through it that you've never considered. What you need now is to stop staring at the problem and begin to notice the solution that's around you, waiting to be seen. Because the moment you change your perspective, the moment you stop fighting against the wall and start searching for a new way to overcome it, the real transformation will happen. And you'll realize that the wall isn't as big as it seems. All you need to do is look differently, because the solution is already there. Now, the decision is in your hands. This is the crucial moment, the turning point of your journey. You can keep waiting, hoping that time will take care of things, waiting for life to happen without you needing to lift a finger. You can keep hoping that, by some miracle, things will change without you having to take any action. But know this, nothing will happen as long as you keep waiting. What's before you, right now, is a unique opportunity, and it demands a choice. You can choose to act, to take the first step, to take the initiative to break down the wall that stands between you and the life you wish to live. The big truth is that what you decide now will shape everything that comes after. There's no more time to hesitate, to doubt, to postpone. Every small decision you make, every movement you take, will bring you closer to the future you dream of. And believe me, that future is possible, but it depends on one thing, your action. The power to change your life, to transform your reality, is in your hands. True change doesn't come from the outside. It won't fall from the sky. It starts when you look inside yourself, when you recognize that you are the only one responsible for taking the step that only you can take. The path is already in front of you, and it won't wait for you. The transformation you're seeking won't wait until you feel more secure or more prepared. Time won't stop, opportunities won't wait. They're here, now, waiting for you to act. The future begins now. And believe me, all you need to do is take that first step. No more waiting. No more doubting. Now is the moment. What will you choose? Will you continue waiting, or will you take the step that will change the course of your life forever? The power to decide is yours. And your choice now will define everything that comes after. Now, take a deep breath. Just by being here, listening to these words, you've already taken the first step. And that first step is powerful. Because the truth is, no matter how uncertain the path ahead seems, it's never been easy. The journey you are about to begin, or continue, won't be a bed of roses, but whoever said it would be. Maybe you've already learned that true transformation isn't in ease, but in the ability to keep moving forward even when the journey is tough, even when the obstacles seem bigger than the strength you have to face them. But here's the big truth, the future you imagine, that dream future, is no longer as far as you think. It's not out there, waiting for a miracle. It's here, now, waiting for you, waiting for your decision. What you choose to do in this moment, that first move, will determine the rest of your journey. That small step could be the beginning of something transformative. You hold in your hands the power to change your life, to achieve what you've always desired. And the most incredible part is that it's within your reach. The future you've dreamed of is by your side, waiting for you to stretch out your hand and grab it. The time to wait is over. The time to doubt is over. The time to act is now. No more excuses, no more waiting. What will you do with this? Will you keep postponing? Will you keep waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity? Or will you choose to be the force that transforms your life? The decision is yours, and by making that choice, you will take a step towards the future you've always desired, towards the transformation you've been waiting for. Because what you decide today is what will shape your life from now on. What will you do?